Hey everybody, welcome back to Welch's Math class. We are still working in Module 1, working on order of operations this time. Order of operations with whole numbers. You know that there are several different math operations. When you think about it, math operations, you could add numbers, you could subtract numbers, you could multiply numbers, you could divide numbers. Gosh, you can take the square root of numbers. You can put exponents on numbers. So there's lots of things you can do to numbers, and sometimes we get problems that have several, that are long problems that have several different operations in the same problem. Well, you can't just take off and go left to right doing those problems. There's a particular order that you have to do problems in that have multiple operations, that have a lot of different operations in the same problem. And so the order of operations when we're doing a math problem comes down to these 4 steps in this order. If you need to pause your video for a second, copy these down. I'm going to go over them. If you need to pause, do that and catch it. I'll probably be erasing this in just a minute, so just in case, be ready to pause and go. When we have multiple operations, the first thing that should always catch our attention would be parentheses. Okay, parentheses. Any work that needs to be done inside the parentheses gets done first. Okay, anything inside parentheses gets done first. And once we've done whatever work is inside the parentheses, then we would go and we would look for any exponents and work out exponents. We'd also work out square roots. Now, once we've taken care of that, then we would do multiplication and division, and we would do our multiplication and division from left to right. And then finally, after we've handled and made sure all of these things are taken care of, the last thing we do would be any addition or subtraction that needs to be done in the problem, and we'd be doing that from left to right also. I want to do a quick example for you using the order of operations right here with a fairly simple problem, but one that's similar to what you have with this homework or this practice that you're doing now. So we've got 3 times 7 to the second power. There's an exponent, 7 to the second power, plus 0 over 5, or 0 divided by 5. So let's take a look here. First of all, in this problem, I see no parentheses. So we check that. There's no parentheses. We don't have to worry about finding parentheses and doing those first. The next thing I see here, though, are exponents. I do see an exponent. And so what we need to know is 7 squared means 7 times 7. Doesn't mean 7 times 2 now, okay? 7 squared is 7 times 7, okay? So my first step in this problem is to do 3 times 7 is 49 plus 0 over 5, plus 0 over 5. Okay, so I took care of the exponent. Next, I'm going to take care of multiplication and division. And with that, I'm going to go left to right. Now that means sometimes I'll actually do division before I do multiplication. Now in this problem that's not so. As I go left to right looking at the problem, I see some multiplication, and then down here I see some division. So I'm going to go left to right with my multiplication and division. First I'll do 3 times 49. If I have to go to the side work to do that, 49 times 3, 3 times 9 is 27, carry 2, 3 times 4 is 12, 14, 147. Okay, so this multiplication gets me 147, all right, plus 0 over 5. Okay, 147 now, plus 0 over 5 is where I'm at on that problem. Okay, so I have done my multiplication. Now we're still in the third step here. Let's do our division. 0 divided by 5. 0 divided by 5, y'all, is actually 0. So I've got 147 now. 147 plus 0. And finally, my addition and subtraction is last. And so my final answer is 147. So the answer to our original problem is 147. Okay? I want you to go ahead and jump back to your practice work. You'll have a problem similar to this. Do that practice. Maybe do a couple of attempts at it. You can always do a similar exercise when you're doing these. Even if you get it right, it'd be good to do this problem 2 or 3 times on similar exercise just to practice and make sure you're on track here. All right, I'll see you next time with some more order of operations.